like representing what was right now.
Because you believed in
Absolutely.
everybody on there. I'm sure for you to take that step and then and incorporate them into your business, you believed in every one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, but I had to understand that everybody can't come with me, and that doesn't make them bad people. It's just I was trying to move so fast. Again, like I didn't have no business plan or this stuff written out. It was all a dream. They say write it down, make it plain. It was like no. I had to take a leave for absence from work, and I'm like, I don't fit.
Okay, welcome back to Biz In Demand, and this is where we have business conversation directly from the source. And today is a real treat for y'all, and the reason it's a treat is because we decided to let you guys in on our private conversation, because our private conversation be just that real. But look, I have a dear friend with me. I have somebody that's very impactful in the community, that's very impactful in the business community as well. And she helps women, and not just women, people in general, help them grow, help them develop into their best selves. And listen, I want to introduce y'all to Miss Char Allen. What's going on?
Yo, it's Char Allen. For those that don't know, I'm the owner and mixologist of Cocktails of Sweetness, where there is the taste of sweetness in every cocktail. I'm also a certified life coach. I specialize in confidence, group coaching, self-love, women and children empowerment, and mother-daughter relationships.
That's dope. That's dope. And listen, I'm gonna try to be as detailed as possible because I know a lot about her, but I want y'all to know a lot about her. So I'm gonna try to be as detailed as possible. And keep in mind, at any point, if you have a question, drop it in the comments. I'll shoot it over to her, and she will get right back with you. I promise you, because she's that involved with connecting with the people. But let's start from the beginning. Where does you have these different lanes that you're in? I know Cocktails of Sweetness is more of your main business when it comes down to your products, right?
Yeah.
How did all that start?
So all of that started based upon me being a convicted felon. I needed money to pay off my restitution. Honestly, this was 14 years ago, and I started waitressing and bartending in the nightlife. And I never imagined, I would be in this place where I am today to see something that started off so negative turn into something that I'm so passionate about now.
That's
so
good.
It started on bad terms, but I can't get enough of it now. I'm trying to think of so many innovative and new ways to express, this walk that apparently God has prepared me for or put me on.
See, that's good. I really like how you say you couldn't have imagined where you are now. But let me ask you, in those early moments, did you have a vision of this already?
Not at all. Like, all I was doing was hustling and grinding, juggling 3 jobs in school, caring for my siblings at the time. So, no, all I needed to know is I needed money, and I did not want to be a product of my upbringing.
That's good. So, tell us a little bit about your upbringing, because I'm sure people can. There's people that can relate to it, and then just to give us an understanding of like that those early days, that road that kind of led up to what we have too, because we are a product of everything accumulated in our past, our present. So what was your upbringing like?
So I did not have the best upbringing. My grandmother raised me. My parents at the time did not make the best decisions. They were more so utilizing drugs, and I would look back on those days and even remember being in the crack houses with my mom at times. There's so many things that I've seen at an early age that one could have made me want to be involved or a product of that, but I really decided to take another route. And that wasn't easy. I've myself been in abusive relationships, kind of determining how, things started at home, manipulation, narcissistic, I'm to the point now where I can call it out, put a name on it, bring awareness, do research about it. But you already know, like, we don't like to talk about those things. And what I'm learning now is people do the best they can with what they have. But my desire is to get outside of that. That cannot be the only way. It's like, and I've been training and unlearning and adamant about healing and finding another way. So there's so many things that I experienced that I didn't even think I would get out of. But I'm so grateful, bro.
I like that. I like that. And even me knowing the details of your story, it's like, for one, I just want to give you your flowers, you know, because a lot of times we do stuff for us because I'm sure you needed to go through this healing and to recreate yourself and like to come out of this cocoon. But it took for you to be intentional about doing that to impact all these people that you impact.
Right. I've literally been running for my life in survival mode. Just like, I don't have all the answers and I still don't, but I do know what the past looks like. And I'm like, okay, even if I don't have all of the answers, I know I can't do it that way. Like, there has to be another way. So I really take pride in the woman that I'm becoming and just honor that really God chose me for this path, and I'm so committed to it now. I know exactly what time it is. I've tried to run away from it for years. Now I'm like, what can I do next to change this and switch that? And again, it's not to point the finger at the community of those who are not doing it, is not aware. It's like, I'm doing it, you can too. And I don't know, it's just like, the more I communicate with people, I realize the more they're hurting. A lot of us have silent battles. We can't talk about things with families and friends. And I've been doing a lot of grieving my old self, understanding that I was trauma bonding in those relationships. And I also learned to not take things personal. Because again, some people don't know they're hurting bad, or they just have developed the habits of what has been taught to them. But somewhere in that, I have seen like, that's harmful. That's not right. But before I was thugging outside, I ain't need cable, bro. I was out there doing all kind of stuff that I'm not embarrassed about, but I am just thankful that I don't have to live life like that no more.
That's good. That's good. And let me ask you this, because that's really inspiring. Did you start your healing journey before you started your business, or after your business was started? That was a process you had to take.
Yeah, so I started my healing journey before I actually started the business, because I was in the nightlife bartending, but I really didn't take it serious until the pandemic. I realized that I was experienced, people were coming out just to be a part of, just to get drinks from me, or just to network and fellowship. So I realized then that I had an impact, but I still wasn't valuing myself. So when I started my healing journey, I was actually in the midst of an abusive relationship.
Wow.
I started having ideas, but the person that I was with at the time was not supportive of that. And I'm like, I was realizing that I needed that support, because for one, I was still running from the purpose of not understanding. And every time I had to run from it, God was like, no, come on back here. I'm going to show you better than I could tell you. So I'm like, I have to take this more serious, which means I have to leave behind the people that I love the most. It's not that I don't love them, but they can't help me get through what I'm going through because they haven't gotten through it themselves. Yeah. Because if that was the case, they would have been leading me to victory.
Versus the other way around, you having to kind of, do your healing to lead them. Yeah. Now, and you mentioned that you were in the nightlife bartending. That's before you started Cocktails of Sweetness.
Yes, that's how that developed, because so many customers or friends were like, hey, can you come do this baby shower for me? Can you do this wedding for me? And I'm like, I don't have no packages. I don't even know what to charge, how to charge. I was definitely lowballing myself, just like shocked that people wanted me. But I'm like, obviously people seen something in me that I didn't see in myself at the time.
Wow, that's dope. That's dope. Now, keep in mind now, she has done huge events for the city, I'm sure abroad as well. Tell us about your so you at the bar, you bartending. Tell us about your very first paid gig. What did that look like?
Yeah, so pretty much, honestly, the setup was at a kids party. You know how we love to mix kids
and adult parties
together. So it was literally a family friend. She was like, hey, you want to do my baby party? We're gonna have a circus out in front of the yard. They had all kind of stuff out there, and literally it was this box. I had this box that I got from Family Dollar. I printed out something that said tips on it. I had like a regular table and no uniform, no nothing. I was out there with my jacket zipped up because we was outside. It was pretty chilly. And I was like, what we gonna do? What y'all want? I can do this. So to be mixing like Tito's and cran, just simple stuff, hen and Coke, to now be crafting my own cocktails and developing my own recipes. I'm like, what?
Hey, and that's the part sometimes I think as business owners are people who just are passionate about something and want it to become their livelihood. I think sometimes they don't give proper respect to the process.
Honestly, initially, like, she probably had to make me take money from her, because I was like, you want it, I'll do it for free. Now I'm like, man. Now I definitely know my worth, so I can say that I look back, like I have memories of look back on that photo, like started from the bottom, now we
here. The process, because that's what takes us through those learning. Like I was working with came in contact with a guy, he does videography, and he was upset. He's like, man, I did a whole event and I didn't hit record. And I tell him, I was like, I know you feel bad now and you're learning, but you got to understand that you needed to go through that, because I bet you won't ever do that again.
Right. You're going to check 3-4 times.
You make your mistakes. If you can make your mistakes early and quickly, do those, you know.
When I say I made so many mistakes, like I'm like 5 years in now, and after taking the course with Jacksonville Bridges, I was just like, you really been out here in survival mode fighting for your life, and it has gotten
she
me
always
so,
say that.
I'm telling you, like, it has gotten me so far, and now to go back and try to unlearn those things, even though I'm on a spiritual and mental healing journey, that is intimidating in itself. But I'm like, okay, when you know better, you do better. So I want to be able to. Well, I have already started implementing those things that I learned, and it's beast mode. Being an entrepreneur is not for the weak.
Whole different ball game. But I feel like once you prove that you can actually take care of yourself financially, you almost there. Because that'd be a big confidence thing when it comes from, especially if I know I'm a first generation entrepreneur, so it's like I don't have no family of this. I'm the first one stepping out doing this. So it's not something that I grew up seeing. I come from a working family. My mom and dad, they taught me to go get a job and go work. That's how you're gonna take care of yourself. But once I figured out that no, you can make your own money and you can make more than what these jobs even trying to pay you in a shorter amount of time. It's like that right there was just the confidence. It's like like a Super Mario when he hit that mushroom, it was like that grow time. It's like, I needed to feel that. Tell us about something within your career, a time within your career where something was injected into your confidence to blow you to the next level.
So I'll say my business coach. Business coach, oh my gosh, I love her. I actually met her in the nightlife. She manages a local band, and they would come to the nightclub to perform, and we would always stop to talk and have these best conversations. But she realized that I was very different from the other coworkers that I had, not just because I was the only black bartender in these upscale environments, but just how I carried myself, how I handled myself. And not to say that I didn't have some days, but overall, the person that I actually am. So she reached out to me before I even became a full-time entrepreneur, and she was like, I've been watching you, and she was basically like, I see that you're doing so much for other people. Let somebody do something for you. And ever since that conversation, like, that's my girl. Like, she just pours so much into me. She invests into me. She believes in me. She prays for me. And anytime I talk to her, we have similar personalities. We both Leos. And I was like, man, if I can be anything like her when I grow up. And she just inspires me so much. She is always open and She is a woman of her word. She is impeccable with her words. She sets healthy boundaries, even though it may be tough for her. She is so into the impact of the community. Like, when she always tells me, when you win, I win. And I know that I've worked with some other people that really just got over on me. They did not believe in me. It was more of an opportunist or a scam. Even people that I thought was close. And man, just the way she feels my heart, even anytime I'm watching how she's moving or the conversations that she has with me. I just really respect her. I'm so grateful to have her in my life. And I told her I wish that, I could repay her for all the things that she has done. And she's like, yeah, ma'am, there's so much more room. And she just instills so much in me. I try to follow like everything that she tells me to do, because I realize I have a hard time listening to people. Originally, that's because everybody don't mean you know well. But when I see you moving exactly the way that you're encouraging me to do, I can respect that. And I'm open. There's no resistance, because you're not just talking the talk. You walking it. You trying to get better at it. Not trying, you are. And you are making sure that other people are coming with you. And
that's good.
It's just I love her.
That's good. And I think even as we operate in businesses, whether we have a staff or whether we solopreneurs, it's like we have to understand how important it is to invest into yourself with business coaches or mentors.
Oh, yeah.
That's just needed, because we need that we need somebody that's looking out for us genuinely, and know more than we do.
Yeah, she holds me accountable. Like, it's like I want to be better, not just for her, but because she believes in me. Like, I thank her all the time for believing in me. It's just a different energy. It's a different kind of love. So the fact that I know what real love is, I can't accept. Like, it don't matter win, lose, or draw. That's my girl. I'm like hanging with her, because again, she has supported me since day one. Like, day one. Even if I didn't have more to give her, she's like, yeah. So I have some opportunities coming up now, because I'm switching and pivoting lanes. Even though my bartending business has done well, and then it's had its ups and downs. Right now, I'm supposed to be breaking, but God is showing me another path that I haven't given enough energy to. So I definitely have a lot of events that's coming up where I'll be hosting, and just being myself. Like, bro, it feels so good to operate in purpose and just be you. And how I got here is from healing from everything that I went through. Wow. Everything that I went through is not going down in vain or in pain. It's so much purpose and passion. Like, before, I'd be ready to air it out, test some stuff up. Now, honestly, I know how to have breathing methods. I know how to pray and namaste, and understand that, like, everybody on their own journey, but I don't have to be attached to such energy and spirits.
That's good.
Man, I'm just.
That's good. That's good. And the thing about it is, see, what I hope that y'all can feel is the fact. See, she don't know that the reason I light up every time I see her, which you probably noticed that, is mainly because anytime, like, just being around her, you feel the passion. Like, I got chills now, and this is not new for me to experience when talking with you, because the passion radiates further before you even start talking.
I can't say I share so much with you, like, over years, even how we met. But, like, bro, we've been clicked and tight ever since then. No matter how long we go without talking, it's like, oh my gosh, we have so much great news and information, even our downfalls to share. But I feel like it just makes us respect each other more, because, bro, we're still getting it. Like, we didn't just stop there. And we've had some moments of pauses, and even I had to apologize to you, and like, I understand, but what I've come back with, how much I've changed and transitioned, you like,
I get it.
Yeah. You be so proud of me, bro. And I be so proud of you. It's so authentic and genuine. And we haven't even been friends that long. Nah. Like, you like my bro. Like,
yeah. I'm talking about, like, is when I do bump into you, it be I get happy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And we be like, dang, we didn't come here to talk to each
Exactly.
other. We got to start talking to somebody else who we don't know. But, bro, it's so good to see you. I'm going to catch up with you soon. And it literally happens faster than we think.
Yeah, that's real big because, you know, in the environment we in, and you touched on it slightly where you got, you know, people come around you for opportunity. And, like, I've even had my name put into stuff where a person trying to get recognition or clout off of a connection with me, and they don't got no connection with me. So, you know, so it's like you run into so many different situations when you're able to be around people who are genuine, don't have no motives.
It's a different kind of feeling. Like, it just feel different in your body, in your spirit. That's how you know what a love is. And honestly, if it don't feel like that, I can't be there. Nothing against nobody else. But I have outgrown people, places, and things, and really went through a lot of grieving, detachment, letting go. And I can't take on everything that I want to or wanted to. I have to understand that I got to continue to take care of me, and taking care of me and leading the way is showing other people that they have the ability to do it too. It does not matter what we came from. I'm talking about depression, anxiety. I was high functioning depression for the longest. Mental health, it runs in the family. Nobody don't want to talk about it, but I just graduated today from my second therapy session, bro. That is more powerful to me than any award that I have won, any plaque. For me to finish what I started, for me to really heal from those silent battles, that stuff that's happening to you mentally. Not saying that nothing will ever hurt me again, but bro, I'm so free. Like, when I walked out, I asked my therapist, can I hug her? And she said yes. And when I walked out, I was getting so teary-eyed, not because I'm sad, but because I accomplished something that really matters to me. And I'm like, I have already broken the curse. So anything that I do after this is a plus.
That's good.
But that is more of a great feeling than any accolades I have from bartending.
I like that. I like that. And I'm gonna ask this next question, and I want you to answer it not going into too much detail, but the idea of the question is what I want you to kind of touch on. Because I think as business owners, we go through certain waves of people being around and then not being around, and people we trust and then not trusting them. You have your trailer, right? And on that trailer, you have it wrapped with individuals on the trailer. Are those people still with you?
No, not at all.
How do you handle stuff like that?
So now it doesn't bother me, but before, when it first started happening, I feel like I was showing up as a fake. I was not like representing what was right now.
Because you believed in
Absolutely.
everybody on there. I'm sure for you to take that step and then incorporate them into your business, you believed in every one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, but I had to understand that everybody can't come with me, and that doesn't make them bad people. It's just I was trying to move so fast. Again, like, I didn't have no business plan or this stuff written out. It was all a dream. They say write it down, make it plain. It was like, no. I had to take a leave of absence from work, and I'm like, I don't fit there. I can't go back there. There's no PPP loans. There is no business credit. I'm just learning about business credit right now. Like, my business credit just got pulled for the first time a few days ago to start a new business phone line. But I realized, like, the more I set intentions and manifest for my business to grow, it did. And I realized I can't handle all that all by myself. So I started looking into people that were close to me or interested. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Everybody come along. And I realized...
And they good. They probably ran along quick, didn't they, at first?
But I realized I needed to do better as a leader to set a foundation.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good.
And really communicate what I needed from them, and for them to even successfully to be able to do that. So I can't, it's nobody's fault or anything. Everything happens the way it should. But I realized that I was a good leader, but there were other areas that I needed help in myself. And I've had an opportunity to reflect that and slow myself down right now in this season, because again, this is my biggest shift. Like the stuff that happened before, I can't say it's minute. It's been grand more than I ever could imagine. But this preparation I'm in right now, bro, I'm getting chills. Like,
Hey,
I don't know. Like,
you touched on something really big, like setting the foundation as a leader.
yeah.
And that right there, that hit me because I know in certain seasons or certain, path steps that I've been through, I was not laying a good foundation as a leader, but still having people around. And that's something I had to learn. I couldn't, like you said, it's no fault, but it was something that I seen like, okay, I want these people to be a part. They want to be a part, but they can't be successful because I haven't set them up to be totally successful because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. I had to let them go, but it also gave me a way to pivot. Now I subcontract ladies who have their own businesses already. So not only that, they look at me as a mentor, but we also learning from each other because a lot of these people that I work with, they went to bartender school. Like, I ain't go to bartender school. I learned the hood way.
Yeah.
So which makes me want to mentor and set a positive example for other people that are upcoming in the industry because I was not taught like that. Again, it was a hustle. It was a grind. I don't really use grind now. It's like before the grind never stops, but now it's like I don't chase, I attract. So everything that is coming to me, I deserve. But now that I know I deserve it, it's just like overflow in abundance. And I'm like, whoa, I was not ready for that. And it's like, when will you ever be ready? But now I'm at a confident, solid place because I still had up on my banner, still giving out business cards. And I'm like, I wanted to switch from me just being the individual of my company to show the unity or the impact that we can make together. But I'm like, it's not that right now. So it allowed me to lead into Char the mixologist, Brandon Char the mixologist. And I am a mixologist, but I'm also a life coach, a motivational speaker. And there's so many other things that I am working on right now that really brand and hone into who I am embodying this blossom and this transition, because before I was like, what is happening to me? Who am I? But each step that I've taken in life, I needed to go through that.
Exactly.
I had to. It's been some hard times and I had to go through that. So now I can see that there's another way. I don't know the full way yet, but I am committed to figuring that out.
And you touched on some. I've been really big last year or so on like life principles because that's how we can calculate success, by understanding certain principles. And you touched on just a couple more of them. You've been hitting these bars our whole conversation, but even the fact that you figured out how to find your purpose, not you've achieved your purpose, but you understand your purpose.
I'm committed to the journey.
You're committed to it. And everything that you do, like you just named off those things that you do, but everything is cohesive together. And I think a lot of times I work with different, people that they have ideas and they want things, and they'll hit me up, I'm starting to, I'm selling hair, and I was on Tumu, and I found a connect here, and the hair don't go through, and they hit me the next month. I think I'm gonna go sell cars. I'm gonna be a car dealer, and they just doing things. They just doing things. They haven't found that vein of purpose yet. And I see that you understand how important that is.
It is, and it's only because I didn't want to keep repeating the cycle. Like, everything that is my purpose is everything that I went through. So I'm not giving advice or spreading like what I haven't experienced. I'm talking from what I know, what I've experienced, what I've grown from, what I've done research on, what I've decided to master, so that I don't keep repeating the cycle. Like, I use generational curse breaker a lot, and it is not to be taken for granted. Maybe you're the new matriarch. And I said, ma'am, don't make me run out this office. I said,
like, don't
say
make that.
Me. I said, oh, Lord, now I got to do it. And she was like, and I was just thinking about the dynamics, and I was like, who else can represent and lead? I have to be honest and talk about the reality of things. Like, who else? And I'm getting chills again, bro. And I was just like, I'm like, okay, golly.
Sometimes we gotta ask ourselves, who else? Who else?
I nothing against anybody else, but I'm like, I am actively and intentionally
Mm-hmm.
healing and doing the work and understanding that it's okay. This stuff is not our fault, but what do you want to do about it? And like I left with like, all right, bro, dang, like, cause we was talking about like unorthodox, untraditional. You know, I'm free as a free bird, and I was like, who's to say? She was like, who's to say that matriarchs can't be the new generations? We need new and innovative ways of thinking. Who is such an outside of the box thinker? Like I don't fit in a box. No way, no day, no form of fashion. And now that I know that, like, it might be kind of like, but how you know it don't work?
Exactly.
And I'm willing to take the risk and try it. Apparently, I have the confidence to do stuff that nobody's ever did before.
And you hit that right on the head. You said you're comfortable or confident with taking the risk. You're only confident in taking the risk when you know your purpose.
Yeah.
You only know your purpose when you understand that your end is already done. You're being attracted to that end. So like that whole, and that's what I really want y'all to like pick up from this conversation. Don't focus too much on a lot of the detail. Pick up the principles that she's speaking on. Like that and it's because if you really pay attention, there's common denominators within the whole conversation. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this ain't nothing she's just doing for the camera right now.
Oh, no,
this
no.
is
It's
big.
real.
This every time. You're gonna get this every time, and you know how you know a person ain't lying when they tell the same story twice.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get this every time for her. Certain keywords, certain things that you're gonna get. That's only because she lived it, walked through it, learned from it, got wisdom from it. Because that's a whole different thing.
What?
You know, and now able to communicate it in a certain way
And articulate it and process through my thoughts. Like, I had a friend the other day. She was like, "You so proper," and I was like, "Bro, let me tell you." Like, I had to teach myself how to speak better. Mostly ebonics and slang. And where I come from, special all we know is fight. And we very spicy and feisty. And I'm like, that's nothing against nobody else, but that is not the only way. So I'm like, I really had to work harder than the average. Not to mention I had like learning, I thought I had reading comprehension issues, but I realized I had learning disabilities growing up, and that can be intimidating and challenging when you want to do more and your mind just doesn't allow you to function in that. So let's not leave that part out, because I did just tell you about me graduating from my therapy, but that's because I could not think even when I wanted to. And it would get frustrating because I'm like, there's so much that God is telling me to do, but I can't even process how to get there. So it just, man, bruh.
That's big. That's big. Listen, what we're gonna do, because we about to wrap. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring Char back. We're gonna bring her back. We're gonna give her to about spring to learn some new stuff to come drop it right here on Biz In Demand and for the people. But I before we wrap, I just want to say, for one, congratulations on your last award with the Best Boss Award for Jacksonville 2024. That's a very prestigious award here in the city. But she got a whole shuffle award. She probably like Jordan got the 6 rings on. But and that's the stuff I like to highlight, certain things, especially with people who I use this word usually, humble. And I only use it loosely because she understands her power. So you can't be but so humble when you understand your true power. But let the people know where they can get in contact with you at.
So y'all can follow me at Char the Mixologist on Facebook and Instagram.
Perfect. And listen, this is another episode. And before I close, y'all know where to find me at. Check me out. Follow me. If this is your first episode, make sure you like, subscribe, leave some comments, because we want your feedback. We want to talk with y'all. We just not here to, for one, we let y'all in on our private conversation, which you're lucky for that. But no, it's all good. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Again, this is Biz In Demand, where we have business talk directly from the source. And keep in mind, business talk is a very, very wide range of conversation. But we hope you enjoyed today's episodes. Till next time.